Hi there, this is Philip Cope, and I'm going to show you my projects for Chapter 4 Java. So you can see right off that we're currently looking at the test scores program. As the chapter suggested, I was able to carry over a pretty good deal of the code and basically just needed to add one variable and kind of the decision structure that kind of goes along with it. So I decided to add the letter grade variable. You can see here that I've got all of my methods that I had in the previous chapter to get and set the various information. And then down here I've got my decision structure that lets the program know what grade it needs to spit out at the very end. And then of course down here I've got where you can input all of your information. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that the program does indeed run. All right. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. Let's say that our first test score is a 95, our second test score is an 85, and then our third test score is an 80. So it's going to tell me that my average score is an 86 and that my final average is AB. All right, so moving forward to the race results program. This program actually took me a little bit longer than the other two. It's kind of funny, I started to make this video twice and realized both times that I had made a mistake and had to restart the entire video. Regardless, you can see at the very front here I've got all of the variables that I'll need for the entire program. I've got strings to hold the runner's name, runner names, strings to hold what position they came in, and then doubles to hold the time in minutes that it took them to run the race. I've got all of my set and get variables, or excuse me, all my set and get methods to where the information can be input into the program and we can kind of spit out everything that we need to. You can see my decision structure here where it decides what place the runner came in. And then it returns it back. There are 3 of these, one for each runner. And then down here we've got the actual program where you can input the information. So we're going to go ahead and look at it and make sure that it runs. Hopefully I will not have to make the video again. Alright, so our first runner, let's name him Peter. Our second runner, let's name him Paul. And our third runner, let's name him John. Okay, so we'll say that it took Peter 8 seconds to run the race, minutes to run the race. We'll say that it took Paul 7.5 minutes to run the race. And then let's say that John is some sort of superhuman freak athlete and he somehow ran the race in a minute. The program is going to spit out that the runners receive the following medals. Peter comes in third with a time of 8 minutes. Paul comes in second with a time of 7.5 minutes. And John, with this superhuman finish of 1 minute, comes in first. All right, so moving forward to the final program for this chapter. It is the BMI program. So I declared all of my variables here up at the top. I have a string to hold the health variable, which is what I decided to call the various outcomes that you could receive based on the information that you input. I've got all of my methods here to get and set the information, and then I've got my decision structure here that returns the outcome. So I will go ahead and show you that this program does indeed work. We're going to run BMI. All right, so I am right at 72 inches tall. I just checked my driver's license to make sure. I currently weigh right at 155 pounds. And you can see that at a height of 72 inches and a weight of 155 pounds, I am considered optimal. So I hope that you've enjoyed taking a look at the Java programs that I've worked with this week, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks.